off Apple. Google to serve up data in Alabama. AMD gets caught. Windows updates. Samsung says you don't need them. Facial recognition in church. A hoverboard. Really? Somebody call Marty McFly. All this, including your calls, coming up next.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jam, unlock it, surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it, Technologic.
Live from studios in South Hall on the beautiful campus of Jacksonville State University, it's the Hey Techies Show. Now, here are your hosts in chairs that should have been thrown out years ago, Michael and Bruce.
Technologic.
Well, how's it going tonight? Big night tonight.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to talk about my girl.
Your girl.
My girl.
Well, we want to welcome all of you in tonight, and we've just had a fabulous day today. I hope you have. And I've been... Okay, Bruce. It can't get any better than that, I guess. Well, what Bruce is talking about, we'll talk about it in a minute.
Yes,
but what I wanted to get into, Bruce, is 256.
Oh, yeah.
782-5600. If you want to be on with us on the show, you can call, and the guru will be watching the phone. And
hopefully.
He only has like 12 jobs.
Yeah.
And he's doing fabulous on all of them.
That's why he's the guru.
That's right. And so you can be on the phone with us. Of course, you can get us at Facebook and Twitter, and you can submit a question at questions@heytechiesshow.com. And
yes, questions at heytechiesshow.com.
What did I say?
Email. That was confusing. I was confused.
You can email. Makes sense. You can email us at questions@heytechiesshow.com.
Super simple.
Super simple.
Just go to our
Or
website.
you can go to heytechiesshow.com and you can find all of it there, and you won't.
Yeah,
you won't need to worry about me saying it.
We've had people ask us questions live on the show on YouTube, and
yes,
we're on YouTube.
Yes, we have had that. Actually.
So we will do our best to watch that. And we answered the question. Granted, we were really late.
We did,
but hopefully we got his question answered. So we ready to talk about?
Yeah, but it looks like we're in another language now. You know, Guru, I think what's going on Twitter.
Yeah.
Y'all might correct me if I'm wrong. But if somebody follows you from another country or is another language, it knows that you've got a follower and it posted in that language.
Oh, nice.
As well, I think.
Oh, you think?
I think that's how it works, Guru, but I'm not sure.
I'm not
because we went from Arabic last week to Spanish.
I think it's Spanish.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's doing.
I took Latin in high school, so I don't.
But I'm wondering why it didn't post it in English.
Let me see it. I don't tweet.
Twitter tweet. You don't have you don't have a tweeter?
Oh yeah, hey, sure does.
Well, at any rate, the first thing we want to talk about is Bruce's girl.
Yeah, man.
And I thought he had a girl at home.
I still cannot believe that we're actually doing a story on Taylor Swift.
In technology. Well, you can't.
Not just for the sake of talking about her on the show.
Right. Well, she decides that, according to what she says,
she took on the man.
According to you, she took on the man.
She took on the man, and she won.
And the reason she's saying this is because she feels like that some of the writers and the artists, they're not going to have a voice. They weren't going to have a voice in this, and she assumed, I'm sure, that she was a big voice.
She had nothing to lose. And that's the thing, is that a lot of them didn't speak up because they felt like they had a lot to lose.
Now, I'm going to be the advocate here. Unfortunately, I didn't want to be, but since I know you're going to stick up for your girl, somebody has to stick up for the other side, just for a little bit. I agree with what she said, by the way, and you kind of know me already. I want people to get paid for their work. Yeah. I've always been that way.
Well, let's tell the listeners what happened, because I'm sure they're like, well, get to the story.
Well, yeah, but I think most people do know about it. But bring us up to the story.
So what happened is that I think she went to Twitter with this, was just kind of like, what's the deal? Why are artists not getting paid
Right.
during the free trial of whatever Apple's calling their music service? I love Apple.
Sure.
But so she was like, this isn't right. You don't expect us to produce music for free. These artists need to be paid. And we've talked about this previously on the show about, back in the day, you would get royalties if you wrote a good line in a song.
Right, correct.
And, you could live off that. And now they can't. I mean, these are truly starving artists for the most part.
So they say.
So they say. But, she's on an independent label and really didn't have anything to lose by posting this. And her stuff's really hard to find as far as as far as her new stuff. You can't get it. You have to buy it or download it in other ways. But
she's one of the few artists that are still selling a lot of CDs.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's she's successful, and she's not going this route that everybody thinks. Well, I need exposure. Now, granted, a lot of these artists sell their souls to to these to these record companies, and they take advantage of that. So her thing was, this is 3 months they get to listen to my work and not pay a penny. Well, Apple are the end user.
But now Apple recanted. But what Apple originally had said, though, was their idea is that we were going to pay them 1.5% more than the average on royalties, and that would make
after the 3 months.
After the 3 months, that would make up the difference in their mind for them being free for 3 months. Now, the question has come up now, are they still going to do that? I think that the final I'm assuming the lawyers are involved in the final numbers being signed, but I did find out that Spotify, I think it is.
Yeah.
Isn't that the other one? That's the big one. Yeah. Sorry, we're having some internal discussions here.
We are? What's going on?
In just a minute. we're gonna to be a little long in this break. Guru, I'm sorry. I just called him Kuru. My goodness. One little text and I get messed up. What I was going to tell you is Spotify is said to pay out 0.68 cents on the dollar for every song to the record labels, artists, so forth, and so on. But now we're going to come back to that. But we are going to have to fix it. We're going to have to fix to go to break, but we are going to do something right quick. Right quick. We have big news, really, really super big news that we're going to break right here on the radio. We have finalized details on having the one and only James Spann on our show July 16th. He will be calling in. He's going to be on the phone, but we're going to be able to talk tech with James Spann. We're going to talk about meteorology, the tech behind doing forecasts.
The Viper 9000.
Yeah, maybe even ask him about the Viper 9000. So write it down, okay?
July 16th.
July 16th. Be at a radio or be anywhere.
Online
YouTube.
Us.
You can watch us.
Thousands of ways to get
Make sure you write it in your calendar.
Yeah.
7 p.m. We're going to have James Spann July 16th. We're excited about it. We'll be right back.
Jacksonville Tan is a proud patron of WLJS, serving Jacksonville and surrounding areas since 1987. At their location at 115 Francis Street East, next to Walgreens. Jacksonville Tan knows a thing or two about healthy glow, offering 16 tanning beds and virtually no wait times. A great tan is never out of the question. For more info, call them at 256-435-1770.
Jacksonville Bookstore offers supplies for school all throughout the year. From books to binders, pencils to Scantrons, Jacksonville Bookstore has it all. They are open Monday through Saturday with convenient hours and location on 302 Mountain Street Northwest in Jacksonville. To find out more, like them on Facebook or call 256-435-7407. Jacksonville Bookstore, a proud patron of WLJS.
Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn is a proud patron of WLJS 91.9 FM. Located at 215 Pelham Road, Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn has everything you need from TVs, laptops, CDs, video games, and much more. Open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn is ready to get you cash in a flash. For more info on Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn, call 256-435-8806.
Gamecock Auto Spa, part of the Extreme Auto Spa family of car washes located at 1011 Pelham Road South in Jacksonville, is ready to clean your car and get it back to looking like new. Gamecock Auto Spa offers different washes with a foam bath, tire cleaner, clear coat sealer, wheel cleaner, and much more at affordable prices. JSU students, military, and senior citizens receive a special deal with a valid ID. For more information, the number is 256-403-0905. Gamecock Auto Spa, a proud patron of WLJS.
This is Dr. Bill Min. You're listening to WLJS 91.9 on your dial, your cure for common radio. Keep listening.
Welcome back into the Hey Techies Show. Waiting for your calls, 256-782-5600. If you're just now joining us, before the break, we were talking about James Spann coming.
Correct.
But we were talking about my girl, Taylor Swift.
She doesn't even sing that.
But I know, but she's my girl. Anyway, but before we get back to that, I want to make an announcement that our own Michael is JSU's Employee of the Month for June.
Yes.
So congratulations, Michael, hard worker.
I'm very humbled by it, actually.
You should be.
I am. That's right. Is it really? Yeah, well.
But anyways, back to more important news.
Okay, yeah. So did we finish up with the, I don't think we finished up. Was that it on?
With Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to tell the results, is that they're going to start paying during that 3-month trial or whatever, paying these artists.
Right.
And since they did that, she is going to release her 1989 album.
That's correct.
And there's still some, like you said, legal things working out on that. But she took on the man.
Now,
she took him down.
Now, the one thing I will add, I've listened to a few things and read a few things this week, basically because I knew we were going to talk about this.
Did you listen to her album? Was that what it was?
No, it wasn't her album. I didn't shake it off. I don't even have it. I know.
I'll let you borrow it.
I knew you would. No, what I was going to tell you is that some people have discussed the possibility that is it even possible for Apple to pay them, but not taking in any money for the no, not that they couldn't do it. Was it legal? Because royalties are paid on what somebody pays you to listen to it, basically. That's the way I understand it. Royalties are paid because you're making a profit off of it. Like this station is non-profit.
And they can play whatever they want.
Right, but what I'm saying is they have, the only reason they have a deal is because those artists are saying, well, I'm not going to allow I'm not saying I know the answer. I'm saying a lawyer or a copyright, or rather a legal attorney, somebody that does a lot of this litigation for the music industry, probably could say whether or not. That's a good question.
There's an intention to make profit. If I was an attorney, that's what I would say.
But not for the first 3 months. There'll be zero profit. I didn't realize this.
Okay, what about this? Let's look at it as, say I've invented the ShamWow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you a free sample. Now, say I sold the ShamWow rights off, but I get a kickback on every ShamWow sold or produced.
Okay.
I'm going to get a cut, whether
but
they
that's
give it away
an incentive.
That's what I would say the 3-month trial is. It's an incentive. Apple can afford it. They need to pay it.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I apologize.
They're not asking for free iPhones and iPads.
No, and I liked that line. That was a good point. That we're not asking you for free iPhones.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first saw that, I told my wife, I said,
I like her. She's classy.
Well, I've seen some stuff that she does. A lot of charity stuff. I've seen where she sends people presents, just gifts in the mail, random people.
If she would come on this show, that would be a charity.
Yeah, right.
We're looking at you. I'm winking.
We're having James Spann on. Not Taylor Swift.
One step closer.
Poor James.
He may know her. Who knows?
I'm thinking he's from the old school music.
That doesn't mean he doesn't know her.
Hey, this
all them celebrities running the same.
Something along the same lines though. Amazon has said they're going to pay ebook authors per page when users are just rent a book.
I found that I think that's interesting. I would like to see some projections on, if we did this is what this book would have made versus what you did make.
Well, they detailed some. It looks like I've got some information here. The Kindle. In this new scheme, Amazon detailed an author of a 200-page book that 100 people only read halfway through would be paid as much as the author of a 100-page book that 100 readers read all of. That makes any sense.
Yeah, per page.
Yeah. But if the last 200-page book author can get readers to finish the whole book, they will make twice as much. Because
more pages.
I know. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. See, I think if they finish your book, you should get a bonus.
Of course, now this article brings up another question. To measure the page count, Amazon said they developed a formula called the Kindle Edition Normalized Page Count. Good grief. Could they come up with another word to fit in there? Calculate. They will calculate KENPC.
I was trying to figure out the
KENPC. Okay. Based on standard settings. So like font, line, and height, line spacing. Good grief. And they'll use this to measure the number of pages customers read in a book. Starting with I know.
So my question is, does I did not read this wretched story, but that they've made movies out of, but the Twilight series.
Oh yes.
There were blank pages in the book. So
if you flip them, they get a page. Hey, I wonder how many people are going to start writing. It's got to get on Amazon.
These 400 pages symbolize the emptiness. Symbolize the emptiness
there's actually an intentionally left blank page. You ever seen that? It has words in this page left
but
intentionally.
It's not blank. you typed on it. Of course. Maybe with some ebooks you get that. But what if I don't know? That's interesting.
According to this, for now, this scheme only applies to self-published books that are rented for free from Amazon. So there's no option for readers to only pay for the pages they read.
Well, how do you rent for free?
I'm not sure how that works either, Guru.
Okay,
no clue.
I don't know.
This article's from Ars Technica.
How do you let people listen to music for 3 months and not pay anybody?
Well, I don't know how they thought that was going to fly.
If you're Apple, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. If you're Apple, you can do anything you pretty much want.
Until Taylor Swift comes after you.
That's true.
You speak of that, but do you know there are some tech bloggers that think this is all like a big ruse? That it was all done to make more hype out of it.
I mean, it's good press.
Yeah, but Taylor Swift needs hype.
No, she doesn't.
But neither does Apple. I mean, some people are saying the service does.
The service may.
I bet you could go among 10 people, and I wonder how many people you'd find that did not hear that there's going to be an Apple Music service.
Okay, not here, but how many have signed up? Have you signed up?
Well, no.
Have you signed up?
I don't think you can sign up yet, can you?
Have you even searched to sign up?
Yes, I did, actually.
We're searching.
I'm gonna look.
Let's get a poll out there. People call in. If you are plan on using,
well, that would be great if people would call in.
256-782-5600. If you're like, I am dead set on paying Apple $10 a month to use their service, which I will give them this. I like that they've got a family pack for $15. To me, that's hats off to Apple.
Yeah. Now, I that reminded me of something that I did not know. I didn't ever see this listed. I'd heard that there's going to be more radio channels than just that Beats One. There's going to be others.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like 80s and 70s and 90s.
And the same DJs are going to.
Well, no, I think it's probably just like automated. I'm guessing. That's my guess.
They're going to have an undercurrent.
It's going to.
With Greg McVicker?
I don't know. We'll have him on later.
We will.
Right after our 9 o'clock. Yes.
But to answer the question about the Apple Music, you cannot sign up yet. You go out to apple.com/music. It says available 6:30, so that's next week.
Yes.
And you can see all the prices, the family memberships listed there. The single membership for $9.99. They tell you what you get, don't get between the single and the family. I mean, but you cannot sign up yet.
Okay, I didn't think so. And we didn't bring this up, and I don't even know if Bruce wants to, but Bruce got a present. Bruce got a Moto 360.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Moto 360.
I'm kind of jealous.
And I'm jealous too.
And I know I can't remember who promoted the Outlook app. It may have been you.
That's
Guru.
That's for tonight.
So I'm pretty sure, or maybe no. I think actually I said, you know, pending some stuff that the Outlook app was nice for the Android. Now I have some pet peeves or something. It doesn't work well with Android Wear or Andrew Wear, as Michael would say. It does not work well. I can see the subject line of the email, but I can't just go in and read my email without pulling up my phone. So, and then it doesn't. I think I mentioned this last week. It doesn't like hyperlinks. It won't let you click them. And like I said, I still hadn't had time to go figure that out. But then even when I forwarded the hyperlink, it broke it up.
And you're going to have to hang on to find out anything else.
No, that's pretty much it. It sucks for that stuff.
Well, I guess you can leave now.
Other than that, it's a pretty good app. 256-782-5600.
As a proud patron of WLJS, On Time Fashion is Oxford's #1 stop for menswear. With top labels like Hustle Gang, LRG, and 8732, and with top lines for suits and ties, there is no need to shop anyplace else. Located at 527 South Quintard Avenue, On Time Fashion is open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7 p.m. For more information, call 256-831-9444 or like them on Facebook at On Time Fashion.
Gamecock Auto Spa, part of the Extreme Auto Spa family of car washes located at 1011 Pelham Road South in Jacksonville, is ready to clean your car and get it back to looking like new. Gamecock Auto Spa offers different washes with a foam bath, tire cleaner, clear coat sealer, wheel cleaner, and much more at affordable prices. JSU students, military, and senior citizens receive a special deal with a valid ID. For more information, the number is 256-403-0905. Gamecock Auto Spa, a proud patron of WLJS.
Jacksonville Bookstore offers supplies for school all throughout the year. From books to binders, pencils to scantrons, Jacksonville Bookstore has it all. They are open Monday through Saturday with convenient hours and location on 302 Mountain Street Northwest in Jacksonville. To find out more, like them on Facebook or call 256-435-7407. Jacksonville Bookstore, a proud patron of WLJS.
Jacksonville Tan is a proud patron of WLJS, serving Jacksonville and surrounding areas since 1987. At their location at 115 Francis Street East, next to Walgreens. Jacksonville Tan knows a thing or two about healthy glow, offering 16 tanning beds and virtually no wait times. A great tan is never out of the question. For more info, call them at 256-435-1770.
Welcome back to the Hey Techies Show. So glad you can join us this evening. Bruce is looking at me strange like, what's next? What's next?
Yeah, what is next?
I want to plug something real quick. Since we were talking about Android Wear, smartwatches.
I'll never live it down.
Nope. We're about to start testing the JSU app, My JSU Mobile, with smartwatches.
Yeah, you sent me a message today on that.
Yes, we're about to start testing that with... I think on Android, all we're going to be able to do initially is the push notifications. And I'm sorry, Bruce, I'm sorry. But on Apple Watch, Campus Map.
With Apple Watch.
Hey.
I'm sorry. That's good.
I have no control over some of these things. I'm sorry.
There may be one on campus.
I'm trying to get two. I've asked for a test device for Apple Watch.
Because two.
The simulator for Apple Watch on the Mac is not very good.
It's horrible. Just say it.
Even the developers have told me
it's horrible.
That we don't test it on. We test it on real hardware. So anyway, that's just a little tease. We're trying to work on that.
So if you got an iPhone, hurry up and go buy an Apple Watch. So it'll.
That's right.
You can use your
So you can use your JSU app.
Hey,
my JSU mobile.
Right to your watch.
Yep, right to your watch.
Yeah. Well, I like the Moto 360. I mean, if I had
it was very inexpensive.
Yeah.
Relative to other devices.
Well,
it's been okay. I like it.
Let me say one more thing about the app. If any JSU students are listening and you have any suggestions, go into the app and send us feedback. Because we do listen to feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've heard a lot of positive things about the apps from students.
But we want it to be student-centric. And if there's something students want, please let us know. We'll try to work on that.
And they do listen because I complained about the
menu
on Android. Cause
we fixed the menu.
They got it fixed.
Right.
Got it fixed. So I'd like to know what's for lunch. Now if you can just get the people there to get that list accurate. Because, that's out of y'all's control.
That's right.
Tell me you're having baked ziti and then I come over and it's some stir fry.
What's wrong with baked ziti?
No, I wanted baked ziti. And then they come
over
and
stir fry. That stir fry was pretty good the other day.
Yeah, they do some pretty good food.
Yeah, I think they do.
I wish they'd up their salad bar game.
Okay. Well, back to real stories.
Back to tech news or tech stories.
But thanks to the guru for the update, because that's important.
Very important.
Yes, it is. Port it to JSU. And everybody. Hey, what about this? Earlier this week, as in, I guess, yesterday. So I suppose it's really not earlier this week. But as in yesterday, the governor came out and said, hey, Google is decided they're going to invest $600 million in Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to build a data center.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah. I'm afraid we're going to lose some employees. They're saying, and I'm going to let you read it. But
no, you read it. I'm just.
Okay. They're saying they're going to employ between 75 and 100 initially.
Yeah, initially.
That's what I understand.
I'm excited because maybe Google Fiber may come to this.
Well, that's
area?
That's the first thing I tweeted Guru. That what was the odds of Google Fiber coming?
It will definitely go to Huntsville. Yeah, I can tell you that.
Well, I'll put it this way.
I got some inside news on that.
Oh yeah, well, good. We want to hear that. I'll put it this way. I know how it will not come here.
You don't think it'll come here?
No. I'm not. I said I know one way how it will not come here if Google never comes here. So if it's not in the state, it's never going to get to Anniston.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's in the state, then there's a possibility one day to maybe get it this far.
There is a Google cache already in Huntsville at Alabama Supercomputer.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
There's a Google cache there, and I've talked about us possibly getting the Google cache here at JSU.
Mm-hmm.
But we may be doing a different caching that will cache that too. But dedicated like Google sent the server.
Right.
They've got a cache in Huntsville. I've touched it.
Ooh. Touch you.
For those that are non-technical, what's a Google cache?
So the biggest thing is the way you would see it, work for you the best is a YouTube video. So say if there's a YouTube video trending in your area, they have a local cache, so it's closer to you on the network. So you may notice, oh wow, that video loaded super fast. So you may get an HD video loading a whole lot faster than some other videos because it may not be popular in your area or it hasn't moved to your local cache. So you may be pulling it, all the way from California or something. So
and this is going to be one of 14 that are across the world.
Yeah, the 13 that they already. This will be the 14th data center. So super excited.
And it's going to take the place of a current coal-fired power plant. There's a coal-fired power plant. Say that 3 times. That they are closing. And up in North Alabama.
Poor coal miner's daughter.
Yeah, well, anyway.
She'll be the
data center.
network
According to
engineer's
this,
daughter.
Jackson County. So they're going to build this and have a data center there, basically, like Bruce was talking about.
I would like to know what type of politicking went into this.
I don't know.
I know we don't really talk about politics, but
I did read something about that. There's some sort of initiative the state has started with data centers.
Yeah.
I think Google took advantage of that.
Nice. Well, I'll say this. I don't particularly care for some of our politicians, but hats off to them. Good job. And which I've said that too, with as much land as we have that's just sitting there. I mean, man, data centers, because big data is where it's at. I mean,
yes,
that's not going anywhere.
It may be in the cloud, but the cloud
they're not going away anywhere soon. Yeah,
it's in the cloud.
Your cloud is just somebody else's computer.
Exactly.
Now, of course, as you would know, because Google's big into this, it's reportedly to be using renewable energy to power its data center. Apparently, they, over the years, have developed these different types of ways to use renewable energy in their data centers. They've made very efficient servers, created ideas about how to cool them better and quicker.
In each new data center they build, they change and try. Data centers use a ton of energy.
Oh yeah,
and that's probably the reason where they're putting it, because of the TVA.
Yes.
But yeah, data centers use a ton, and especially being in the deep south, there's going to be hot during the summer. Google operates their data centers at higher temperatures than most people, and they've shown that that's not cause any additional wear and tear on the devices. But yeah, I mean, it's something really complicated to go in and plan a data center and make sure that it's gonna operate efficiently. Right. So they consume a huge amount of,
it's not just the servers, it's power. The cooling. Right.
Oh yeah, the cooling, that's where your cost is at. I mean, yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money to run those servers, but it costs more to cool them.
Exactly.
But I'm excited about it, and it's going to be great for contractors, at least temporary jobs, and with Google coming, who else is going to come? So, but that area, the fiber that runs through there, I could see Google saying, all right, well, this is a good way for us to run it from Huntsville to Birmingham to Montgomery to Mobile and to Atlanta and to Jackson, Mississippi. Right. So. And I'm sure they'll get some government kickbacks, because a lot of that's going to run through rural areas.
Right.
And we can talk about the U.S. Still lagging in bandwidth.
Yes,
when we come back.
Well, I think we got a few more minutes in this segment. We got plenty of time. Why don't you start it, and if we have to finish on the other side, we'll do that.
Or we'll take your calls, 256.
Or we'd be glad to take a call.
And or ask a question in a million other places that I'm sure you've. So the story I have here is about the internet is getting faster than ever, but the U.S. still lags behind. And I don't know if we've talked about this on the show, but
several times.
Have we?
You've mentioned it. I don't know how. You've lamented it many times. But go ahead.
Well, we're not even in the top 10. So I'm trying to remember. Was it? I don't know. We'll say 4 to 6 months ago, the FCC said that to be able to call it, the standard for broadband was 25 megs down. Mm-hmm. Was it like 3 up or 2 up?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the up. I was trying to find that because I knew you were going to talk about that.
Okay. So anyways.
Yeah, it's 3 up.
3 up. So 25 down, 3 up. If you don't have at least that, you don't have broadband. And I like that the FCC did that. With Wheeler coming in, that was, anyways, that's getting off topic, but which I love to do. Yeah, hey, there it is on my sheet. 25 megs down, 3 up. Which did we talk about? No, we have not talked about that yet. So, anyways, so I can't remember what the U.S. current It's like less than 10% or something. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, like Ireland has, let's see, average speeds. So it's talking about 60% having average speeds above 15 megs. Ireland, Sweden, Netherlands, South Korea, Hong Kong, Japan. They don't list the rest. But anyways, we're lagging behind. And you've got Google and now Comcast everybody hates Comcast. Comcast is coming in areas that Google has said that they're bringing Google Fiber, which if you don't know what Google Fiber is, it's a whole lot of awesome. It's
so says Bruce.
It's a 1 gig connection, and I think it's synchronous, so it's 1 gig down, 1 gig up, and it's like $70 a month. And I think that's for home and maybe like business users. It may be like $120. But I mean, that is amazing. And with so much commerce being done on the internet now, and you've just got to have that presence online. I mean, we got to have that infrastructure. It's just like how railroads were important and then roads were important. And now these are your information superhighways.
Well, does the information superhighway go past your house, Michael? What's your speed right now?
Well, I pay for the lowest, so it's
what's the highest you could get?
I don't know. At one time, it was 6.
But that's on DSL.
Yeah. But that's higher than that.
And you're a stone's throw from the D-Slam.
Yeah, but it's not their fault. It's my fault. I just don't want to pay the fee.
Well,
I don't want to pay the prices.
So, but surely you could get cable in your area, right? And I'll say this.
Yes, but
I've stated I hate cable companies.
Yeah, I know. Just a few times.
And I'm not a big fan, and I know Guru's not a big fan of Cable One's data limit policies.
I'm not, because I've had to upgrade to a business account,
but
and pay more.
And I will say this: a business account. So,
but it's less bandwidth than I did have before.
Yeah, but you're not paying what a normal business account.
No, it's a business account.
Yeah, I mean, it's a business.
And I had to sign a contract.
Like if you were to go through AT&T or Earthlink or whoever else is in this area and get a T1, which is a meg and a half, you'd be paying several hundred, like a couple $100.
Yeah, I'm not paying that
for that.
No,
but instead you're getting a 30 meg.
30 meg,
which I think they said they're going to upgrade it to 50, and it's going to be $50 a month.
Yeah,
but
I'm
$50 a month.
I'm paying $62 a month for 30 down. I forget what the
and
it's probably 3.
I mean, I gotta, I'm tipping my hat a lot. I need to get a hat so you can see me tip it. But I'm tipping my hat a lot tonight. I've got to give it to him, man. That's good pricing. It's not where I would like for us to be.
Yeah, well, I can remember when I was in college, I was one of the first people to get Cable One internet when it came to this area. It was like 400 kilobits down. And I thought that was amazing. I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing.
But
and now we're at 50. Yeah, that's
well, they've got 100 megs.
It's been a while, yeah.
But it's $100.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And that's what I'm saying. From Google, I could get a gig, which is 10 times faster than that for less money. And it's synchronous, so up and down. So if I wanted to upload video like we're doing now, no problem. So I would love to see. I mean, with having a university here, maybe we could get something. But I think with the free land we have here, we need to get some data centers here, and then we'll definitely get it. So, listen up, politicians.
We'll be right back. Hey, techies.
Wise Guys Pizzeria and Bar is ready to satisfy your taste buds with a wide variety of pizza and other Italian treats. Located at 7113 US 431 Alexandria, Alabama, they are open Monday through Saturdays from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. For more information, like them on Facebook or call 256-820-0888. Wise Guys Pizzeria and Bar is a proud patron of WLJS.
Jacksonville Bookstore offers supplies for school all throughout the year. From books to binders, pencils to scantrons, Jacksonville Bookstore has it all. They are open Monday through Saturday with convenient hours and location on 302 Mountain Street Northwest in Jacksonville. To find out more, like them on Facebook or call 256-435-7407. Jacksonville Bookstore, a proud patron of WLJS.
Jacksonville Tan is a proud patron of WLJS, serving Jacksonville and surrounding areas since 1987. At their location at 115 Francis Street East, next to Walgreens. Jacksonville Tan knows a thing or two about healthy glow, offering 16 tanning beds and virtually no wait times. A great tan is never out of the question. For more info, call them at 256-435-1770.
Gamecock Auto Spa, part of the Extreme Auto Spa family of car washes located at 1011 Pelham Road South in Jacksonville, is ready to clean your car and get it back to looking like new. Gamecock Auto Spa offers different washes with a foam bath, tire cleaner, clear coat sealer, wheel cleaner, and much more at affordable prices. JSU students, military, and senior citizens receive a special deal with a valid ID. For more information, the number is 256-403-0905. Gamecock Auto Spa, a proud patron of WLJS.
Well, welcome back. Once again, sometimes
I don't know what happened there. It was a song supposed to play, but it skipped right over.
Who knows, no worries. Guru? Who knows? No worries.
256-782-5600. Would love to help you.
Yeah, we would love to talk to you.
That's not creepy at all.
No, it's not. Well, you're the one talking about my girl. I mean, good grief. I thought we were all going to leave the room and just let you have a moment.
That's fine.
Yeah, I knew you would be. Well, hey, Bruce, how about this? Samsung disables Windows Update.
Yeah, I read this. This is interesting.
I don't know.
So,
my question is this: how did this get approved?
Who
approves these things at Samsung?
So, this kind of goes. I mean, we could talk about was it Superfish with Lenovo? You know, so a lot of these computers that you buy, the manufacturer has their pre-bundled.
Yeah,
we're going to take care of everything, update software for you, and sometimes it's good.
Yeah.
Personally, I uninstall all that stuff because I'll maintain it myself.
Yeah.
But I would say for a person that kind of just wants low maintenance, you know, doesn't really want to take care of that, it's good. So what they were doing, and I think was it their SM or S something, the name of their software. So basically they put something in there that was it delete Windows update.exe or
Probably.
something like that?
Yeah.
So let me pull that story up.
Basically, they were if you disable Windows update.exe, disable Windows update.exe.
Yeah, disable Windows update.exe. So they were having that.
Well, at least they weren't trying to hide what they were doing.
Well, yeah, I mean they were putting in, I guess they were putting in to automatically start up whenever the system started up. So, but I mean I can see from Samsung or just I can see from their point of view, like, because the update is kind of annoying.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yep.
This is not a brand new company. Neither of these are brand new companies.
You think they could have talked to each other?
Well, it's not so much but why would Samsung say, hey, it's not going to be a big deal, we'll just do this? I mean, in what meeting do you get into? You're a executive now. Some executive had to decide this. They weren't sitting around with the guy who created New Coke.
I tell you what happened. What I think.
Yeah, dude.
He probably got the update on his computer. Like, this thing's annoying. Let's fix it. So, you know, I mean, for some people it's not annoying, but for others it is.
But the way I understood it had to do with they didn't want the Windows Update installing drivers, their version of the drivers that they had for their product. That's the way I understood it, because it was possibly because most OEM comes with its own version of its drivers.
Yeah, and that's the SW updater is there, and it will download Samsung's latest approved drivers.
Dell
for stuff
has
on
that
there.
as well.
And Dell has it, Lenovo has it, HP has it.
Yeah,
I think everybody's got it.
But they don't shut off Windows Update.
Yeah, because usually Windows Update, if Windows has an update for that driver, it'll say, oh, hey, there's already a new version of this out. But Windows has tested it further than what the manufacturer has to say, this is where we say our OS is stable with this driver. Because there's plenty of drivers that come out that aren't stable at all.
No, I know. I just think it's interesting that that's the answer.
Disable _Windows Update.
I
mean, they didn't hide it.
No, that's a good point. I mean, like I said a while ago, it
kind of not hide it, but I mean, I could see from their point of view, because the thing is you're going to have up to a year after it releases to approve that. So maybe they're like, we'll do this until July 29th, and then once it comes out, we'll take that off, and then they'll get the update notice.
Well, some people are saying that, hey, malware does this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is like malware. It's not malware, but it's acting like what malware does.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess with something like this, it's kind of what's a weed in your yard, whatever you classify as a weed.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I understand it. I just thought it was very interesting.
You may like dandelions everywhere. So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, it's, to me, I think Samsung's getting some bad press out of this.
Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubt.
But I think, and I haven't seen, there may have been a statement by Samsung, but I could be like, we're trying to not confuse. Of course, they're going to be like, oh, you think we're all idiots? But we're trying to not confuse or simplify our user's experience. Because, like right now on mine, I've got this little Windows logo down the bottom reminding me Windows 10's coming out.
Yes.
And I've already approved it because this is not one that is business critical.
Right. I know. And we've talked about that before.
Read into that whatever you want.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. I guess for certain things you've got to be really careful on how far you jump ahead.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if it's not business critical.
Yeah, business critical is very important to probably go slow.
So
now, if there's a 0-day patch, like I do know there is one right now, and many people need to be aware of this. This is not on our list to bring up, but it's a perfect time to bring it up. Flash, Adobe Flash, has a real critical issue.
I don't think I have Flash even installed.
Well, you probably might not,
anymore.
but some people don't do.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you this, that if you have a Windows 8 machine, it comes installed in IE. And also, it has it does. It has its own version.
That blows my mind.
And so does Microsoft updates it, by the way. It comes through Windows Update,
okay.
Speaking of. And Chrome has their own version. It's the Pepper version of Flash, and it's installed in Chrome.
Gotcha.
It updates their own version.
But those are vulnerable to that?
Yes. I mean, you would have to update everything. And so it would be a matter of updating Chrome, going out and checking. But it should do this. Now, if you're Windows 8 user, i.e., it will have to do a Windows update. It isn't really anything you can go download. From my understanding, I don't download it anymore for it. It's something internal that Windows does.
Gotcha.
So, but now Firefox and some of the other browsers, you do need to go out and check Adobe.com and download the latest Flash.
Well, since we're kind of talking about Windows 10 already, and I know I think you mentioned this before the show, that you had read that Windows 10 will be sold on a flash drive.
Yes.
So before, where you'd go out in the store and buy your copy and it was on a disc, now it's going to be on a flash drive.
Right.
And a German company leaked to this that it will be preloaded on USB flash drives, which I kind of just want. I just want a flash drive so I can erase it.
Free flash drive.
Yeah, I was like, I'll make
Windows 10.
Yeah, I'll make an ISO of it and be like, this is where I keep my stuff. But the full version of Windows 10, we've said before, is set to be released on July 29th. We'll start at $119. So get your free copy. Do we have time to go ahead and go into the Microsoft Windows?
We've got about 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right.
We can tease it and start
So, yeah, anyway. So some of the questions about that is, when upgrading, will Windows 10 keep Microsoft Office intact, or in some other programs? So it's going to work if you've ever done an upgrade version of an OS. It keeps all your stuff there. It's just it's doing a huge update is basically what it is. Now, if you decide to format your system and install from the ground up, which I'll be doing, and I recommend you doing, because we won't even get into that. I recommend you doing, but just know that you'll have to reinstall all your programs.
Right.
So another one of the questions that have come up is, will it run XP programs? And that's kind of one of those, same thing when it went to Vista and 7, depends. Maybe. And there's, just don't, if it's business critical, don't upgrade.
Well, definitely take it slow.
Take it slow. So let's see, what were some of the other questions?
One thing that I'd heard is if you were one of the insiders doing the pre-release, that version that you've got installed will automatically, or you can upgrade it to a full-blown activated copy. It's almost like getting it for free because you were an insider.
Yeah, that was, as long as you have your Microsoft account.
Yes.
You'll be able to download it, and I think they're going to have, say, if you have a slow internet connection, that you'll be able to get a store-based license, or go out and get it, and then just say skip key whenever you're installing. No, I'm sorry, that's for people who build a PC. They'll be able to install it. And
so is there an option for somebody that doesn't have a fast internet connection like Michael?
Yeah.
Man.
So
well, you just have to download it for a
week. They said they'll have other options, but they haven't stated what those options are yet. And then the whole Windows 10 forever, because they've said this is our last OS, and they're not really changing their business model. But at least that's what they say. But I think they kind of are, because they're going to more service-based. So it's going to be kind of like how I feel like it's going to be kind of like how Apple does it now. You get a free upgrade, but if it pushes the limits of your hardware past, then you.
But the only problem with Windows is it's not on just Microsoft hardware. I mean, you've got the Surface devices that they make that there is a Microsoft device, but you've got Dell and HP.
And that's one of the things that people don't understand. The reason why Windows is so complicated, because they try to make it work with everybody, but yeah, then it's going to start slowing down your stuff, and you're like, it's time to upgrade your physical machine. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see how they go, but they're going service based, which everybody is.
Oh yeah,
256-782-5600. Give us a call. Hey Techies.
We'll be right back.
Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn is a proud patron of WLJS 91.9 FM. Located at 215 Pelham Road, Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn has everything you need from TVs, laptops, CDs, video games, and much more. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturdays, Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn is ready to get you cash in a flash. For more info on Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn, call 256-435-8806. As a proud patron of WLJS, On Time Fashion is Oxford's #1 stop for menswear. With top labels like Hustle Gang, LRG, and 8732, and with top lines for suits and ties, there is no need to shop anyplace else. Located at 527 South Quintard Avenue, On Time Fashion is open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7 p.m. For more information, call 256-831-9444 or like them on Facebook at On Time Fashion.
Gamecock Auto Spa, part of the Extreme Auto Spa family of car washes located at 1011 Pelham Road South in Jacksonville, is ready to clean your car and get it back to looking like new. Gamecock Auto Spa offers different washes with a foam bath, tire cleaner, clear coat sealer, wheel cleaner, and much more at affordable prices. JSU students, military, and senior citizens receive a special deal with a valid ID. For more information, the number is 256-403-0905. Gamecock Auto Spa, a proud patron of WLJS.
Jacksonville Bookstore offers supplies for school all throughout the year. From books to binders, pencils to Scantrons, Jacksonville Bookstore has it all. They are open Monday through Saturday with convenient hours and location on 302 Mountain Street Northwest in Jacksonville. To find out more, like them on Facebook or call 256-435-7407. Jacksonville Bookstore, a proud patron of WLJS.
This is 91.9 FM, WLJS Jacksonville, your cure for common radio.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jam, unlock it, surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it, technologic.
right, welcome back to a second hour of the Hey Techies Show. We're so glad to have you in with us tonight. And, of course, if you missed our top hour, we announced that we're having James Spann on July 16th, 7 p.m. Well, at some point, approximately 7.
That show, we will
have him on at some point.
The James Spann.
Yes, the James Spann Show.
Talking Viper 9000.
Yeah. I wonder what he'd say if you bring that up.
I'm bringing it up. I hope he's listening now. I'm bringing it up.
Super duper Doppler 1 million.
Be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared. Let's just hope for good weather. We don't get circumvented. He's having to be
yeah, that's true.
Wall-to-wall television.
We're having James Spann, weather permitting.
Weather permitting, yeah. That's what I told him.
Yeah. So, and that's absolutely true.
It is true.
So
yeah.
just know what industry he's in.
That's right.
And man, that dude, I don't know when he sleeps.
Yeah,
he is always on the go. I wish I had.
Well, he's on vacation.
He's
on vacation and reposting people's pictures that they send him. Of weather all over the place. I'm like, that was one of the things they said. Some of his coworkers said. They said he doesn't seem to ever stop working.
Yeah, but he loves what he does.
Oh yeah, of course he does.
That's great.
It is. Hey, we're going to talk just a minute about something that I came across earlier this week.
What's that?
I was blessed actually to be in the right place at the right time. This young lady that I ran into. I didn't actually run into her, but we crossed paths.
Was she okay?
Sure she was. We crossed paths this week, and she had left her phone on vacation.
Oops.
Way down in Pensacola.
Oh.
Somewhere, I think that's right. And she had forgotten it at the hotel, I guess, where she stayed. And, of course, she really wasn't sure what to do about all of it. Now, she had called her phone company.
Yeah.
Okay. And she had canceled the phone, basically.
Yeah.
So that they wouldn't make any more calls or be charged for calls or whatever like that, And they deactivated that part of the phone.
Yeah.
And so
phone still has her data on it.
Yeah, I know. So I got to talking to her while I was doing something else there in where I was at. And I was saying, did you go to Facebook? Did it have Facebook on it? She said, yes. Well, see, the Facebook app saves your password. It logs you right in.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't tell you the best part, Bruce. She did not have a lock screen. There was no lock code. So it was an unlocked phone with able to get into anything. She had a banking app. So I was there and I said, look, we need to do a few things. I said, first, we need to go to Facebook. We need to go to your banking app, and you need to change your password. You've got to change all your passwords. So, well, he's laughing.
It cracks me up that somebody's more concerned about Facebook than they are their bank.
Well,
I have Facebook.
She wasn't. She actually wasn't.
But people would be.
But no, I know. But but I didn't mean those. Those were in no order.
Oh yeah.
But I know what you're saying. Yeah. You're right. But I did ask those because I didn't ask about the bank app first. It came to my mind after she told me what she'd done.
So you're at fault.
Yeah, I guess so. So I said, well, what about your bank app? And she went online and changed the password there. Well, then we got to looking at Facebook, and actually there are a good many things you can do to basically get the deactivate the app on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
you can make it log out, and you can
There's
do
like
that
and
change the password. Once you do that, they can't get back into it unless they weren't able to guess your password, obviously.
Yeah.
But so after looking through it and talking to her, I came back and Ryman Rex was at the office, and I said, hey, I had this issue, and I didn't know all the ins and outs of maybe, we were looking at either finding her phone and or wiping her phone remotely.
Okay. Now, was this an iPhone or an Android?
It was actually an Android phone. So he pointed me to Android Device Manager.
Yep.
And we Googled that, obviously. And if you do that, then and you have an Android device, you can log in. And if everything's set up correctly, if you have, it should be working. I noticed it was working on mine. You can see where your device is.
Yeah.
You can wipe it. You can lock it.
You can buy it, use it, break it, fix it.
Yeah, but you can't. That's right. But you can wipe the thing, erase it. And so I couldn't get in touch with her, but I did email somebody, and I found out today she did get it wiped.
Nice.
And it was in the same place, apparently. It's apparently there somewhere. at the place she was at. And
So-
she called them, but they said they couldn't find it.
Yeah. Well, if she would have went on there first instead of canceling her service, went on there first, locked the phone, then she could have got the GPS coordinates within 23 meters.
Yeah, that's correct.
Of which, I mean, that's still a huge area.
It is.
But I mean, got a good idea of where it was at. But yeah, so if this ever happens to you, do that first. And if you have an iPhone, there's Find My iPhone.
Correct.
And does that come default installed now?
I think you have to set it up.
You have to set it up, but I mean, everybody has an iCloud account if
Yeah.
you have an Apple
Yeah,
device,
yes.
so it's included
Yes.
with the Apple hardware.
So do that. And I encourage you to absolutely put a lock on your phone. I prefer a PIN or a passcode more than I do the facial recognition.
Yes.
The fingerprint's pretty good. I would say that one's. I mean, I would say that
that's
one's
pretty
okay.
solid.
Pretty better than the facial recognition. The whole pattern that's pretty good. I'm trying.
How about
to think.
nothing?
No.
Well, I will say this about the passcode on iOS. One of the features of iOS 9, which is coming out,
Yes.
I guess this fall,
Yep.
they're going from a 4-digit to a 6-digit passcode.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So
More
many
secure.
people are going to be upset.
Oh, yes.
Well, I think it's going to be optional to go to 6.
Yeah, I'm sure
They can
is.
support
Well,
up to 6
I
digits.
thought you can support up to more now.
You can do numbers and letters,
Yeah.
but like the passcode
The
where you get just the number
default,
keypad, it'll do up to 6 with iOS 9.
Okay.
And this Android device manager, I didn't know it existed. This is
Did
pretty
you
cool.
really not?
I did not.
Yeah. I've been
And it's
using
any
it.
kind of Android device.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been using
I've
it
got a
for a
Nexus
while.
7
Right.
tablet that I use
Does
at
it
work.
say it's where it's supposed to be?
Yes, it's really close to where my office is. So hey,
But if
within
you-
24
I've-
meters.
I've used it anytime I've gotten a new phone. The first thing I do is, first I guess you log into it. But anyways, beyond that, I encrypt the SD card, which so many people are getting rid of.
Yeah.
I encrypt the phone storage. Of course, that requires putting a lock code on it. And you can't do a facial recognition. That's not secure enough. So they're like, nope, it's got to be one of these.
Right.
So I do that, and then it's already, since I've logged into it, it's on my Android account to be able to go in there and lock and wipe the device.
So, not to leave this out, okay, I also decided that while we were doing this, I would look up Windows devices, and they also have a product to find your Windows phone and do similar type things. So you can go to account.microsoft.com/devices. You can sign in, choose the phone you want to find. If you're prompted to sign in again to your account, you sign in on your that was written terribly. I apologize. I'm reading something, and anyway, basically, you can make. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to tell you about. But Bruce already knew this, but the listeners might not. One of the things you can do, at least on Android, and apparently as well on Windows phone, is you can make it ring. Now you can do that on iOS. You can make it ring, and that would be one of those things where, well, if it's not turned totally off on silent, I have a problem with. I put my phone on silent quite a bit because of my job, and I'll put it down somewhere at my house, and this is really the only time I lose it. I can't ring it. I mean, you could ring it, but it's not going to ring.
Okay, everybody in the house, hush.
Yeah,
turn everything off.
And actually, and sometimes I forget, and I turn everything off on the thing. I mean, it's
not even vibrate.
Yeah,
That just so reminds me of days of cordless phones when they were very popular.
Yes.
Can't find the cordless phone. Let's push the button on the base. Everybody be quiet. Let's hear if we hear ring.
Yeah, that's true, Gary. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh, cordless phones.
But what about BlackBerries? What if you use a BlackBerry?
Well, now,
why?
Well, now you bring that up, but I found an article, Bruce. Now get this: BlackBerry.
Still exists.
Would you buy would you buy a new BlackBerry if it ran Android? That was a poll. Now you did know that the BB10 it's running an OS that will allow you to do some of the Android app type stuff. It runs something. They say it's quirky,
Like emulator or something?
Yeah, it's something like that. It has an operating system that allows you to run. I don't know how many. I didn't really.
BlackBerry's just not going to give up. They're going to.
I'd be willing to make up a statistic that people that had BlackBerry,
Okay.
had didn't pass it.
went to Apple and will never go back to BlackBerry.
Well, now I think that's right. How many in this poll? How many yes votes you think they got? I mean, just guess.
Number or percentage?
Know a number, and then I'll give you the percentages.
2.
No, it's way up more than that. You
200?
117.
1,455
Plus 1,000.
voted yes, that they would consider. They
Like
would.
a
They would.
bazillion
They would
said
get,
no.
Define consider.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah, they would get a new BlackBerry if it ran Android. 704 said no. That's 32% versus 67% and some change. So out of 2,159 votes, okay, 67% of those polled said they would be interested in getting a BlackBerry if it ran Android. Well,
here's my thing. Like the Android market is so crowded, like with Samsung and HTC.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, why?
That was my thing too. Why?
I mean, unless it has a physical keyboard, because some folks, that's why they're still on BlackBerry. They love their physical keyboard because that's really non-existent on most Android devices. Am I correct, Bruce?
I'll say this because I got a friend that just recently switched from he had an old Android phone that had a physical keyboard,
like the Droid and
Droid. And I think it was past its last leg, so he went and got it. And I asked him last night. He hasn't used the swipe yet. I can't get him to do that. Of course, it took me a few years, even with it being there. I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot that was there. And then when I did, I was like, why have I not been using this? But so one step at a time, baby steps for him. But I think he's enjoying the new phone and he's missing the physical keyboard less and less.
Well, here's your Hey Techies insider. The Guru used to have a Droid phone.
Used to have a what?
I used to have a Moto Droid.
Oh.
And then he drank the juice.
Hey, I had an Apple iPhone, then I went to Android, but then went back.
Because he drank the juice too early.
Once you go Mac, you never go back.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah. You know what's funny about me? I can use any of them. I can use any of them.
Yeah,
and I mean, I really can.
I choose not to, but
yeah. Well, I know why. I already know why I choose what I got because it was a good price.
Yeah,
and I liked the features that it had.
Yep.
But there are rumors about the next version of Moto X, which hopefully we'll cover if we get time tonight. So
we're not going to cover it right now.
Well, I don't think we can do it. I don't think we need to do it right this minute. So we will cover it though.
Plenty more to come.
Yes, plenty more on the show. And
256-782-5600.
And we'll be glad to take your call if we see the light blinking.
Yeah, that's true. Hey Techies Show, stay with us.
Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn is a proud partner of WLJS 91.9 FM. Located at 215 Pelham Road, Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn has everything you need from TVs, laptops, CDs, video games, and much more. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturdays, Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn is ready to get you cash in a flash. For more info on Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn, call 256-435-8806. As a proud patron of WLJS, On Time Fashion is Oxford's #1 stop for menswear. With top labels like Hustle Gang, LRG, and 8732, and with top lines for suits and ties, there is no need to shop anyplace else. Located at 527 South Quintard Avenue, On Time Fashion is open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7 p.m. For more information, call 256-831-9444 or like them on Facebook at On Time Fashion.
Gamecock Auto Spa, a part of the Extreme Auto Spa family of car washes located at 1011 Pelham Road South in Jacksonville, is ready to clean your car and get it back to looking like new. Gamecock Auto Spa offers different washes with a foam bath, tire cleaner, clear coat sealer, wheel cleaner, and much more at affordable prices. JSU students, military, and senior citizens receive a special deal with a valid ID. For more information, the number is 256-403-0905. Gamecock Auto Spa, a proud patron of WLJS.
Wise Guys Pizzeria and Bar is ready to satisfy your taste buds with a wide variety of pizza and other Italian treats. Located at 7113 US 431 Alexandria, Alabama, they are open Monday through Saturdays from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. For more information, like them on Facebook or call 256-820-0888. Wise Guys Pizzeria and Bar is a proud patron of WLJS.
Welcome back to the Hey Techies Show.
Hey Techies.
Hey Techies.
256-782-5600. But we're going to be talking about your being secretly tracked with facial recognition.
Where at?
Exciting stuff.
Anywhere?
Pretty much. Just wait till I tell you where.
Oh my.
So we know that Facebook has vast facial recognition databases along with Google, and we'll just stick with them too. So good that they can recognize you when your face is hidden. And we know the FBI has built a 1 million strong criminal database.
Yes.
But even Google Photo app, it can I guess it's been around long enough, or at least people have been uploading long enough, that it can recognize a person as long as you've been tagged. I never tag anything. You can tag. It will recognize a child and their adult, as them aging. It knows that that's the same person, which is amazing.
Yes.
But now facial recognition is starting to pop up in weird and unexpected places.
Oh,
at music festivals to identify criminals.
Sure, I've heard of that.
At stadiums to weed out sports troublemakers.
Yeah.
And at churches.
Churches?
Yep, churches.
Seriously?
Churches. Not the chicken place.
Oh, I thought not the chicken. Oh, you talking about the real congregation?
Actual churches.
Oh,
so this is a Israeli Las Vegas based facial recognition company. Face 6 is the name of their the company, and they're using Churchix is the name of their technology. So there's 30 churches currently around the world that they provide this service to. They will not say where these churches are or anything else about them. They just say, we're providing the service. So basically what it does for the churches is that the church has to provide one high quality photo of the person in their congregation, and then it will identify if they're there, how long they're there. If they're not there, it'll say, hey, here's the people that didn't attend today. And some of the things that they're using this for is if you attend all the time, then maybe you'll be asked to give money more often. If you're not there, maybe you'll get a call saying, hey, we missed you.
They'll send you the visitor card when you come back in.
Yeah. So, some of this allows, for companies. I went on their website and kind of looked today, and, their big thing is for retailers to be able to pre-identify shoplifters, but at the same time pre-identify good shoppers. Maybe you shop with this place all the time. Maybe you spend a lot of money. That way they can send a text to, a person on the floor, say, hey, go say hi to Mr. Johnson.
Right.
Tell him, thanks for coming in today. What can we help you with? Blah, 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 blah. And actually, I worked, I don't know if y'all know this. I may have told you this. I worked in loss prevention and was one of the guys behind the cameras looking at, watching people. And no, they don't put cameras in the dressing rooms.
I can't believe anybody believed that. Legitimately.
Well, No, I mean, because there's been some.
I said legitimately.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying no. Target's like been caught misplaced. Putting cameras in bad placement to where they could be, but they said that those were non-movable cameras that they were faced a different direction. So there's definitely cause for concern there.
No, yeah, I didn't mean that.
But anyways, I was one of those people that caught shoplifters.
Yeah, correct.
I never had to, approach them. We had police that approached them.
Yeah.
But if they could, I don't know how many of these people were first-time offenders, but body language tells everything.
Yes.
I mean, I could follow people from outside the store and say this person's about to steal, just by the way they were carrying themselves.
Profiling?
No, not profiling at all.
By the way they're carrying themselves.
Just by the way they're carrying themselves.
He was profiling carrying themselves.
Yeah, you can, and plus too, you can tell that they're not there to shop, especially. But anyways, we're getting off. But yeah, so
it's like a teacher with a tangent.
Man, I am the tangent king.
Yeah, I know.
But I think they're all interesting tangents.
Oh, absolutely.
But so yeah, I mean, there's a lot of privacy advocates that are against this, which I totally agree with.
Yeah.
And there's some states that already have, I think Texas and Illinois have laws on the books for, you have to have consent in order to have facial recognition stuff. But this business didn't say if those churches were located in because Texas has got a lot of mega churches.
Oh yeah.
But now I know your church uses facial recognition, and it's called knowing your congregation.
Yes.
And just knowing their names.
Sure. We don't have anything.
Yeah, we can recognize that you're not there because we know who you are.
Right.
We
right.
spend some time.
Now,
so. I think that takes some getting,
I'm not surprised to hear this because I know the direction of some churches and how they've moved in the last many years. But I will say that it's extremely odd. I don't know how I would feel about that.
Well, I don't know how I would feel given my tithes for that money to go pay for this.
That's
so I could give more money.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand a church is a business. I can understand. I mean, you got bills to pay.
I understand what you're saying.
There's operational costs.
Yes, from the operational side.
I understand that. But
I don't think we're disagreeing.
Yeah, I will say this about churches because I do technical stuff at my church and see how much this stuff costs.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
No, it's not.
Good stuff's not.
And
that's right. We say that all the time.
But it lasts.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah,
usually. But and just because it's the most expensive doesn't mean it's the best.
No, that's true too.
But a sound investment. Like paying an artist some change while somebody's getting a free trial.
Now we're going to jump from that to this odd story. Did you hear about this?
Nope.
A phone recording of an anesthesiologist mocking the patient leads to the patient getting $500,000 windfall in court. What happened was...
I did read that, or maybe read a snippet.
What happened was, during his colonoscopy...
How's this a tech-related story?
It is.
Into it.
It is. He decided that because he figured he would be groggy, he wanted to hear what the post-op instructions were. So he set his phone on a memo record, and it was recording the entire time, and the doctors did not know about it. Ooh. And the things they said, well, some of them I'm not going to say, but you can go look it up.
Switch ready.
No. I don't mean it that way. I just don't. It's just crude. I don't think it's anything we'd have to cut the. It's just no need to repeat it. You could go look it up. But he ended up getting a reward out of this, and I say reward. It's a verdict, obviously, but Ars Technica had the story, and I heard it early in the week on a show.
Well, I want to say I read a headline about something about an anesthesiologist.
The jury the jury awarded $100,000 for defamation, which was specified as $50,000 each for comments about the man having. They said this is one thing I found odd. They said he had syphilis and tuberculosis. Some of the stuff they said was stupid. That's why I didn't understand. Let me put it this way: he got $50,000 for insults. They said things about him. It was weird. They also awarded him $200,000.
They literally added insult to injury.
Yes, they literally did. They also awarded $200,000 for medical malpractice and $200,000 in punitive damages.
Now, what state was this?
Virginia.
I don't know if Virginia has caps on punitive damages. They could award the $200,000, but he may not get the $200,000.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah, that's true.
Alabama has caps on punitive damages.
The assistant, which I'm not giving her name, although they do, said, after 5 minutes of talking to you in pre-op, I wanted to punch you in the face and man you up a little bit. And that was while he was out and they were doing the stuff, you know. I mean, it's just...
Well, okay, so it's silly stuff.
I
don't work in the medical field, but I mean, I can see you've got to have a sense of, because I know somebody that does work in the medical field that does have a weird sense of humor. He's my best friend in the world. And I could see him, you know, not really saying that, but, you know, stuff to make the job less.
Here's the one I really did not want to say, and I'm not going to do it in the Hold on, I'm not going to do it in the context. But they called him a retard. Why would you even use that word? And I didn't even understand the context.
Well, that was pretty retarded. I'm just kidding.
Well, anyway,
it cost them some money.
Yeah,
but,
it did. It did. It cost them some.
But
money.
I mean, I can say that, given the situation, because I know I wouldn't want to be on either end of a colonoscopy.
No.
But I can see how, like, you've got to, I don't know, to get you through the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, he's supposed to be out. But what I wonder is, could they countersue or something because of some HIPAA violations or something? You know, he wasn't conscious, so they could have been talking about another patient.
They were using his name.
I know, but what I'm saying is, they could have ended up talking about another patient.
I'm not defending it.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I just wanted to cover it because the guy. We'll be right back.
Jacksonville Tan is a proud patron of WLJS, serving Jacksonville and surrounding areas since 1987. At their location at 115 Francis Street East, next to Walgreens. Jacksonville Tan knows a thing or two about healthy glow, offering 16 tanning beds and virtually no wait times. A great tan is never out of the question. For more info, call them at 256-435-1770.
Jacksonville Bookstore offers supplies for school all throughout the year. From books to binders, pencils to scantrons, Jacksonville Bookstore has it all. They are open Monday through Saturday with convenient hours and location on 302 Mountain Street Northwest in Jacksonville. To find out more, like them on Facebook or call 256-435-7407. Jacksonville Bookstore, a proud patron of WLJS.
Gamecock Auto Spa, a part of the Extreme Auto Spa family of car washes located at 1011 Pelham Road South in Jacksonville, is ready to clean your car and get it back to looking like new. Gamecock Auto Spa offers different washes with a foam bath, tire cleaner, clear coat sealer, wheel cleaner, and much more at affordable prices. JSU students, military, and senior citizens receive a special deal with a valid ID. For more information, the number is 256-403-0905. Gamecock Auto Spa, a proud patron of WLJS.
Wise Guys Pizzeria and Bar is ready to satisfy your taste buds with a wide variety of pizza and other Italian treats. Located at 7113 US 431 Alexandria, Alabama, they are open Monday through Saturdays from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. For more information, like them on Facebook or call 256-820-0888. Wise Guys Pizzeria and Bar is a proud patron of WLJS.
Welcome back to the Hey Techies Show. What I was trying to finish up there on Bruce was I was going to say the reason I wanted to cover it was because he was using his phone. In some, I mean, I kind of thought the idea of him using his phone to record what he knew he would be too groggy to understand and listen to back later was not a bad idea.
Yeah. Well,
but it caught more than what he was on anymore. Can you imagine listening to that? And they had no idea. Well, that would have been interesting, actually.
I mean, for me, if that happened, just an apology would have been enough. But if they wouldn't have apologized,
well, no, I agree with that. Yeah. I do agree with you on that.
But
I don't know how much he suffered.
Real quick it just ended. So this is for our three guys talking sports. Peru just beat Bolivia 3-1.
No,
and Guerrero got a hat trick. So I don't think I ever heard them talk soccer or football on their show.
I better not start that. I better not go there with you.
This is America.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
Anyways, so you heard it here first.
Yeah, I'm sure ESPN has not covered it, Bruce. I'm sure it's not wall to wall on Fox Sports 1 yet, which is probably the only place that showed the game.
That's funny.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
You didn't hear it on the Three Guys Talking Sports. You heard it on the Hey Techies Show.
Peru beats Bolivia.
Oh, you never know what you'll hear on the Hey Techies Show.
Hey,
that is true.
Here's a rumor. We've talked about over the course of this show different type phones, and of course the phone I own is the Moto X, and both me and my wife have one, and we really enjoy it. Of course, ours will be up soon at some point in the year for getting another device. And I haven't really decided if I'm going to do that now or wait, but Moto X is scheduled to have another one out, and some rumors and also some pictures have surfaced, and the latest is that one is a 5.7-inch screen, and the other is a 5.2. Now, I'm with Bruce. We were talking. He said 0.5. It's not not like a lot of difference there. I suppose, angle to angle, it would make a somewhat of a difference.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell it, they do say that one looks larger, obviously, than the other one. Also, both are scheduled to have some pretty nice features. According to a group, Total Tech, which has done some things like this before and came out with rumors, and many of them have been true. They said that the 5.7 will have a 808 Snapdragon and the 5.2 will have an 810 Snapdragon, and that both of them will have 3 gigs of RAM. Now, originally, some people had said they were expecting it to be 4 gigs of RAM, but the 3 gigs of RAM would also match the LG. Yeah. I think it's the G4. What is the latest one? LG G4 or something like that. I don't have the right. I know that's not the right one, but that is a sweet phone. I think I sent y'all the specs like last week.
Yeah,
we looked at it, and that. I don't know about that phone. That phone's rocking. I mean, that's a pretty sharp phone too. I'm torn. If it's in my price range, I don't know.
I'm waiting for the M10.
The M10.
HTC.
Yeah, and you're an HTC.
Yeah, I will say
but they make great phones. I like the front-facing speakers.
Every phone should do that.
I know.
I don't know why, because my wife was saying on her iPhone, man, I just love the speaker on this, and I just turned my phone.
Yeah.
It's like, mine sounds better. But I'll tell you this, life pro tip: if you've got an iPhone and you're at home or somewhere, and so you can't hear it well enough, put it in a bowl.
Oh yeah, I have actually done that before.
Yeah,
you put it in a bowl. It does. It sure does. That's right.
And
very good. Oh, he said the word very well.
Parabolic reflector.
Yeah, parabolic.
I will say this: I have a LifeProof case on my iPhone 6, and the way that case is designed, it's supposed to be waterproof. I have not tested it, nor do I want to. I just like it.
like this.
No, it doesn't. It actually sounds really good. I mean,
does it? Okay.
Because the back of the case is like mostly plastic, and it kind of like amplifies it.
Yes.
I know. I'm sitting here holding my phone like you can see this. I guess if you're watching on YouTube, you can. But that's another tip.
Now there was a rumor early on, and some photos had surfaced that it possibly had a mounting for a fingerprint scanner, the Moto X.
Now I have heard that what is it? But macadamia nut or Milky Way or whatever it is is going to have support for that.
And that's what people were thinking.
So this will be the first thing that Android has done that Apple did first. It's always the other way around.
Yeah, it
Android
has been
did it first, and Apple says, "Look at this new shiny thing."
Yep. Also, according to this, the back is a bar on the back, which carries the camera, the flash, and a Motorola logo. It's saying that there's is going to have something to do with a VR headset. That little bar in the back is going to have something.
Interesting.
It will feature stereo speakers. And
so I'm curious, with it being a Chinese national corporation, is that going to affect your decision on purchasing one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't got that far in the thought yet.
Originally the one I bought was when Google supposedly had owned it before they sold it off to Lenovo.
Yeah, they just wanted the patents.
The patents, yeah, and that's fine. I don't know. That's a. Oh, by the way, without, like you mentioned earlier, without micro SD support.
Man,
I know.
Why are people doing that? I don't know. I mean, I guess everything is available, but they just don't know what we suffer out in the sticks with no signal.
They're just taking after the Apple model. They say, well, we can charge $100 for another 128 gigs, and it costs us like 10. That's what Apple does. And I heard something about that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe rumors, since we're talking about rumors. That's kind of what they're.
I got. Anyway, this is not really a rumor because I think it's been confirmed. But Apple's adding a new feature to iTunes U.
What's that?
So we know Apple's been in the education market heavily recently with iPads, but they've been in it for a while. I think the first computer I used at school was a Mac. Played Face Paint or Oregon Trail or something on it.
Yes, that's correct.
So a long time ago with the green screen. But anyway, so to skip all the 15 million iPads in schools, 100,000 educational apps, all that mumbo jumbo. They're rolling out, and I think it's today actually, they're rolling out tools to allow students to actually turn in documents. They'll carry a timestamp recorded when the student submits papers, book reports, and other work. An integrated gradebook will alert teachers when a student's work is complete and ready for review, or if it's time to send a reminder. So something that
sounds like they're getting into the LMS market.
Yeah. But I mean,
but for those that I use these terms. I'm in higher education. LMS, like learning management system, or like at JSU we use Blackboard.
Right.
So, but anyway,
so it'll also allow teachers to import popular education apps into the course material from Apple's own software or third-party apps such as Explain Everything or Stop Motion Studio. New discussion features will open a new avenue of communication between teachers and students. So I guess they'll communicate over their iPads rather than face-to-face. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I wonder if it's going to be free. How are they going to?
Yeah, it's free. It's all their education stuff is.
That's pretty remarkable because that stuff is not cheap, like we said before.
Yeah. But, this article goes on to talk about how, Google's been in the education market. They have apps. They have free packages of software. They provide Gmail, Docs, all that for schools for free. That lets teachers create and organize assignments. And Chromebooks being so inexpensive, that's a way a lot of schools are turning to because of the cost associated with this. I mean, Apple ain't cheap.
Well, no,
but still, I think that's great. I guess I'm still not sold on all this electronic device in the school stuff because, the only argument. Okay, I won't say that. That's not a fair statement, and I try to be fair. But one argument I have heard was from a person that said, I went to school and we didn't have, we had just a computer lab.
Yeah.
And this is going to put the technology in the kids' hands. And I was like, but what's it going to accomplish? It's going to put technology in the kids' hands. All I had was a computer lab.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you work in the technology industry.
Yeah.
I was like, apparently that one lab was good enough.
Yeah.
And
there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, but I think education's changing in general. I mean, a lot of it's going online.
Oh, yes.
And a lot of it's really self-education.
Yes.
And just a teacher as a guide is turning into a guide. Yes. And I still think there is I hate for it to see that go that way, because I know I've had teachers that actually taught.
Oh, yes.
And even some of those teachers that actually taught, because so many people give coaches bad raps because they're just teaching history or whatever. But I've had coaches that loved history.
Oh, yes.
And they taught the history.
Oh, yes.
And it made me love history. And I've had just teachers that were supposed to be history teachers that here's a worksheet. So it really depends on if you've got a passionate person there. If you don't have somebody that wants to be there, then they don't need to be there.
Yeah.
No matter what material they're using to deliver.
Yeah.
That through.
Well, so, I guess that goes for everything, but
soapbox.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. You're off of the soapbox.
But what was your next thing?
How
much time we got?
We got about a minute.
Well, I'm not going to introduce. Well, I'll introduce it. Apple wants your friends to track your location even when you're indoors. We'll talk about that when we come back, and maybe take a call, 256-782-5600. 5600. Also on Facebook, Twitter. Still live streaming on YouTube.
That's
we got
right.
like 80 people watching.
Not at one time.
Yeah, that's true, but maybe. Anyways, give us a call. Hey Techies Show. Stay.
Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn is a proud patron of WLJS 91.9 FM. Located at 215 Pelham Road, Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn has everything you need from TVs, laptops, CDs, video games, and much more. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturdays, Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn is ready to get you cash in a flash. For more info on Gamecock Jewelry and Pawn, call 256-435-8806. Wise Guys Pizzeria and Bar is ready to satisfy your taste buds with a wide variety of pizza and other Italian treats. Located at 7113 US 431 Alexandria, Alabama, they are open Monday through Saturdays from 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. For more information, like them on Facebook or call 256-820-0888. Wise Guys Pizzeria and Bar is a proud patron of WLJS. As a proud patron of WLJS, On Time Fashion is Oxford's #1 stop for menswear. With top labels like Hustle Gang, LRG, and 8732, and with top lines for suits and ties, there is no need to shop anyplace else. Located at 527 South Quintard Avenue, On Time Fashion is open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7 p.m. For more information, call 256-831-9444 or like them on Facebook at On Time Fashion.
Jacksonville Tan is a proud patron of WLJS, serving Jacksonville and surrounding areas since 1987. At their location at 115 Francis Street East, next to Walgreens. Jacksonville Tan knows a thing or two about healthy glow, offering 16 tanning beds and virtually no wait times. A great tan is never out of the question. For more info, call them at 256-435-1770.
Welcome back to the Hey Techies Show. We are so glad to have you here with us, and we are not in the danger zone, by the way, but we are bringing...
But we're taking you there.
Taking you to the danger zone. We're bringing in the guru so that he can cover tonight's This Week in Tech History.
This Week in Tech History. June 26, 1974. It'll be 41 years tomorrow. The Universal Product Code, or as usually known as UPC or barcode, was born. It was first used to ring up a purchase for the first time at a Marsh supermarket in Troy, Ohio on June 26th of 74. The first item scanned was a 10-pack of Juicy Fruit gum.
Yeah, I think I've heard
When's
that.
the last time you had a pack of Juicy Fruit?
A long time.
Or a stick of Juicy Fruit?
They still sell it.
Yeah, they still sell it.
But kind of this has kind of led the way to QR codes, and you got all these scanners in your in your phones.
Let's
and stuff.
not talk about RFID. Actually, that's
but
inside.
It's hard to
inside
believe that's
story.
41 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before our time.
And there's still stores that don't use it.
Yeah, that's true too. But then the idea that we're still using it.
Yeah.
41-year-old technology.
We're still using mag stripes, and that's that's 1970s technology too.
Well, I got something for this day in history.
Well, go ahead.
Ferdinand Frederick Henry Mousson. I'm sure I butchered that last name, but he reported he was successfully able to isolate elemental fluoride. Fluorine. So, I guess that led into, anyways, whatever. He won a Nobel Prize. You should be happy.
I'm so glad that you brought that into my life.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for that. Appreciate that.
Everybody should know a little bit of chemistry.
Sure.
Especially, with the Danger Zone song, Whole Top Gun,
we
the
should
chemistry
know
that went on in that movie.
Okay, now we're getting way outside.
Yeah, save us, Michael. Save us.
Now we're getting way outside tech. Well, now for our little segment here that we do, the overclock stack.
Oh, well, can we do
Oh,
mine?
yes. I apologize. I did. We forgot it.
Jeez.
You're going to have to hit that up. I
So
forgot.
Apple wants your friends to track your location even when you're indoors. So we all know how terrible Apple Maps are. And no, I have a story for this. That how terrible their maps are, and they want to transform it to make it better than Google Maps. But there's been 2 newly discovered patents that were awarded to them that they filed back in December of 2013. It seems like a lot of our stories where they filed patents has been in December of 2013, and that they're getting awarded for. So first one is customization location notification. So it's kind of like Find My Friends, which you can. I don't know if you can do this on an iOS device. You can, as an attachment, send your location.
Yes,
in
you
an
can
MMS
do the messages app.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you can do that in Android. But this kind of reminds me. I don't know if y'all ever used Latitude when Google had that.
No.
Did you, Michael, ever use Latitude?
I can't say that I did.
So Latitude was a short-lived project by Google. You could give friends and family access to where you were at. And
I have. I didn't know that. I forgot that's what it was called.
If you were near each other, it would send you an alert, say, "Hey, so and so's nearby."
Yes.
But one of the things that I think I got one of my friends to turn it on. I think we may have been roommates at the time. But what was really weird, this was a new phone that he got, and he turned on Latitude, and it took a few minutes for it to update. But as it was updating, it took him to places that he had lived in the past, times when he had not even had a phone. It was weird. He was like, "Why is it showing me here? I used to live there, but I just got this phone." And so don't know where it was pulling that data. It was kind of freaky. But Google got rid of the Latitude program pretty quick because I guess people were getting kind of stalkerish with it. I don't know. Or there was some privacy
Well, there's a lot of
concerns.
public data. I mean, if you own a home, the property tax records are public records.
Oh,
and they're
yeah,
searchable
absolutely.
online now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
almost every county has
Yeah.
some type of GIS site,
Yes.
which is super useful. But then the other one they have is their second patent was an indoor remote triggered location scanning. So basically, it triangulates. Since say if you're inside and GPS isn't available, it's going to triangulate it based upon your signal. And I don't know if you remember, and I think Google still does this. They let you do indoor maps, and you can actually go through and map out because a lot of they've put cars and stuff out there to make their maps as great as they are, and they've bought companies to make their maps as great as they are.
Right.
But a lot of it's done through just user base, and they're kind of I feel like they're doing that with Ingress. I don't know if you've played that or if anybody does play that. I played it for a little while when it first came out.
Is that a game?
That's a game, yeah, that was created by Google.
It.
So just Google it and you'll see it. But so my story about how terrible Apple Maps are was I was in New Orleans this past weekend, and we were meeting someone at a restaurant. My wife put it in the car GPS.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is just a terrible idea to even have one now. Everything should just sync with your phone, and it should use whatever your native app is, because we have a Honda Pilot, and they want you to bring it in to pay whatever to update your navigation, and, which is ridiculous. When I've got a better, more updated, always updated. Or at least let me, anyways. So she puts it in. She's like, I'm not sure where that's taking us. I just put in an address. So she puts it in her phone. Well, we are on a bridge, and the car says stay left, and her phone says go right. And she had just said, I don't know where the car is taking us. I just put in whatever. And I was like, oh, all right, we'll listen to your phone.
Oh.
Thankfully, it was on the weekend, and whatever this toll bridge was not taking, was not taking, it was completely open, non-toll, and was taking us the wrong way. So I told her to tell Siri to shut up. I'm not ever trusting it again. They're taking us totally the wrong way. I said, I will pull out my phone, Google Maps, tried and true, been proven, and the car was more accurate. And its data was old. Its data was 2 years old.
Tried and true.
And I was just like, man, Apple, even after so long of that being messed up, you still haven't fixed it in New Orleans. And it was Nowlands, however you want to say it. But so yeah, there's my, for all you Apple juicers out there, I will not trust Siri to take me anywhere.
Well, now to the overclock stack.
Overclock.
Russia is testing a microwave gun that is said to de-arm drones at 6 miles. According to Gizmodo, a state-owned Russian engineering company has developed and is now testing a new kind of super high-frequency gun that is said to be capable of deactivating unmanned aerial vehicles or drones from over 6 miles away. So the purpose of the device seems to be render modern airborne systems, drones, useless, I guess.
Wouldn't a gun do the same? I mean, just
I don't know.
Gun? Of course, I guess 6 miles is a long shot.
The new system, it would be. I would say so. The new system is equipped with a high-power relativistic generator and reflector antenna.
It's got a big pew pew.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, so for mine, we'll go back and forth, run DMC style on this. Speed of 1 terabits per second, no longer science fiction. So Proximus and Huawei have successfully completed a joint trial in the backbone for Proximus, resulting in speeds over an optical signal. Blah, blah, blah. I know people are like, oh, you're losing me. So anyways, terabit per second. So that's equivalent of 33 HD films in a single second. They've achieved those speeds. And I'm telling you, Huawei, if you don't know who they are a Chinese national company. And they come out with some crazy advanced stuff.
What? Oh, I had the next one, but go
ahead. Okay. So we're going to do a round robin. But anyways, look them up. I mean, they come up with some crazy stuff, and we've got to catch up with them.
Yeah. This was going back to Michael's about drones. This is from Geek Alabama.
Yes.
Our friend Nathan that runs Geek Alabama.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Auburn University is launching the first FAA-approved flight school for drones.
There you go.
I mean, there's not much else to say. There's an article you can go read on his website that he's taken, talking about from another Alabama news center. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's in Auburn, Alabama, right down the road from us.
Nice.
This is, I guess there's other.
They offering a degree in it. I don't know.
I think it's just a certification.
Just a certification.
Yeah, 'cause they have a lot of stuff down there with technology, and I guess they got some aviation stuff too. So I have some friends that work at Auburn University, but anyway.
Old Rex flies his drone around JSU.
Yes.
Well, we need to send Rex down there with the Hey Techies credit card to sign up for the FAA program, Michael.
We'll start a GoFund campaign. Which, don't forget, we're still trying to buy me Bose headphones.
No, you're trying to get somebody to buy you Bose. I'm not doing it.
What about powdered soap?
$6 have been raised.
Hey, somebody call Marty McFly, because Lexus is claiming, although it looks very suspicious, that they have a working hoverboard. According to this article from Gizmodo, again, the latest video in Lexus Amazing in Motion series reveals what the company is claiming is a working hoverboard. And of course, we've seen plenty of hoverboards and hover toys and hover missile over the years, and they all rely on super strong magnets, of course, to stay aloft. But Lexus claims its hoverboard uses liquid nitrogen cooled superconductors and permanent magnets to support an actual rider, according to this. The company has been very tight-lipped about the specifics. It did reveal that the hoverboard has been in development for over 18 months by teams in both Germany and London. According to the article, the video also doesn't actually show someone riding it. After one of our other friends pointed that out, that it just sort of cuts.
Yeah, it cuts, and it's like, oh, hey, there you go.
So Marty, not sure if that's
they're
really
saying it's going to be ready by October, whatever.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can't say I've seen the movie enough to know.
Yeah. Well, ironically, I'm not going to get on a tangent, but ironically, this is the year supposedly they went into the future in the movie, 2015. It was June 9th, 2015.
It was October or something.
No. I'm pretty sure in the movie it was something like June. It was 2015.
No, it was October 25th.
October 25th, 2015.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we've got a little while. But Adidas is coming out with those shoes.
Power zip laces.
The power zip laces.
Power laces, all right.
They're going to be like $200, $250, something
But
like
on
that.
the movie, they were Nikes. They weren't Adidas.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nike. Then
Okay,
it's Nike
okay.
is. I was just wishing it was Adidas.
I know Back to the Future.
I know we covered that before, but I don't think that's happening either.
No, I thought it really is, and they're going to release it on that day. They've already said it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Done deal.
Done deal, huh?
Done deal. What else is in your overclock stack?
I had something. Let's see.
I've got one. If you
go ahead,
go with it, Guru.
I found this one. AMD has got a new. It's called Project Quantum, which is basically going to be, from what I've read, a new like small compact gaming PC, but it's running an Intel chip, an Intel processor. That's kind of
nice. Well, I know OS X El Capitan code hints at 4K 21.5-inch Retina Mac.
Really?
We'll see. Maybe 4K display is going to be the thing when El Capitan comes out.
Well, all right. We've had a great time. Bruce, I have. Guru, I appreciate y'all working hard as you do every week.
Absolutely.
Welcome back from vacation.
Yes, and we've had a great time, and I hope you have. We hope next time we'll get a caller. But don't forget, July 16th, make sure you turn on the Hey Techies Show. Tune in, because we're going to be interviewing James Spann.
Absolutely. And you going to go ahead and cue up some music there?
No, this is pretty much it. Go ahead,
That's
Bruce.
pretty much it. Okay, well, I was going to say, today's episode of the Hey Techies Show has been brought to you by Borax 20 Mule Team Hand Soap. And maybe they'll be bringing it back. But, stay with us. We've got Greg McVicker coming up with Undercurrents. Good music, as always. Sometimes I don't really care what's on there, but I learned some new songs that I like. But don't forget, stay with us, or come back with us next week. 7 o'clock, 256-782-5600. We'll take emails throughout the week and answer your questions on the show.
Hey Techies Show. Have a good night.
This is 91.9 FM, WLJS Jacksonville, your cure for common radio.
Techies Show is produced by Mike Stedham and co-produced by The Guru. Station manager is Billy Dunn. Professional introductions by me, A. Announcer.